We're highlighting common application methods for when applying rally stripes to a vehicle hood surface. Graphic type, Rally Stripe Kit, featuring Oracal 851 Sparkling Glitter Metallic with Oratape HT55 high-tack paper application tape. Application method, wet application, using a homemade wet application fluid.
To prep your surface, you will need to create a simple cleaning solution. 1 quart water, 4 to 6 tablespoons of 70% isopropyl alcohol, and 1 teaspoon of dish soap such as Joy or Dawn. Dish soap should not contain moisturizers, lotions, or bleaching agents, and be sure to shake well.
There are many ways to approach an application like this. Some installers may freestyle this and utilize a product like Wrap Cut. Some installers may have the software and equipment to produce these kits with extreme accuracy using a vinyl plotter. Or maybe you purchased a DIY rally stripe kit online and you're going to tackle this install yourself. We'll be highlighting 3 different installation methods, assuming you received a kit with a standard, permanent, non-aerogress solvent-based adhesive. Episode 1 will feature a graphic stripe set being installed with application tape using a wet application method. In Episode 2, we'll be installing a graphic stripe set utilizing application tape using a dry application hinge method. And in Episode 3, we'll be installing the graphic stripe set without application tape using a wet application method. The featured graphics are produced using Oracal 851 Sparkling Glitter Metallic, which is a 3 to 4 mil premium PVC cast plotter film with permanent solvent-based adhesive. This series is available in a variety of colors and offer a dynamic heavy glitter or frost-like metallic finish. Oracal 851 should be plotted using a 30-degree or 45-degree blade. And don't forget to run a plot test to ensure proper cut depth. Like all other Oracal plotter films, Oracal 851 is easy to weed. The application tape featured is Oratape HT55, a high-tack translucent paper application tape formulated to perform with all gloss and matte finish Oracal plotter films. We'll be installing rally stripes to the hood of a Dodge Durango Hellcat. Prior to install, acclimate the vehicle inside a climate-controlled space, and do not attempt this application on a warm or hot vehicle surface. The ideal surface temperature should be between 55 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Clean the vehicle surface with a basic soap and water solution, followed by a wipe down using isopropyl alcohol. Do not attempt to apply graphics over wax or ceramic coatings. We are ready to install. We'll be using a wet application method with graphics containing application tape. Begin by dry fitting the graphics to ensure they will fit. Using a tape measure or ruler, align and register the graphics into place through the center of the stripe using masking tape. The masking tape will be used as a center hinge point, allowing you to break up the installation into sections. Flip the graphic over at the center hinge point, and peel and trim away the release liner. While the graphic is still flipped back, use a rag and wipe away any debris that may have fallen onto the vehicle surface from when you trimmed the release liner. Be generous while spraying the surface with the application fluid. This will allow you some leeway during the install and delay the adhesive from directly contacting the vehicle surface. Flip the graphic over into position, making sure there is no slack, and begin moving the application fluid out from underneath the graphic by squeegeeing down the graphic with overlapping squeegee strokes. Be sure to keep consistent pressure and over-exaggerate those squeegee overlaps to minimize chance for bubbles. Repeat these same steps for the second stripe. Once you've completed the top section of the stripe, remove the piece of masking tape that was used to create the center hinge. Transition to the middle half of the graphic. Flip the graphic over and begin pulling back the release liner. Be generous while spraying the surface with the application fluid. This will allow you some leeway during the install and delay the adhesive from directly contacting the vehicle surface. Flip the graphic back over into position, making sure there is no slack. Begin moving the application fluid out from underneath the graphic by squeegeeing down the graphic with overlapping squeegee strokes. If you are transitioning over or around any contours, be sure to follow the contour down through the transition with your squeegee to begin locking the graphic into position. Continue with overlapping squeegee strokes throughout the remainder of the flat area. Repeat these same steps for the second stripe. Once finished, and while the application tape is still in place and the adhesive is still slightly wet, It's not a bad idea to double check that the stripes are both evenly aligned. Quality control checks throughout the install are always very important. Now it's time to begin removing the application tape from the graphic. Begin by wetting the application tape with the application fluid you used to install the graphic. This will help to soften the adhesive bond between the application tape and the graphic surface. Find a corner and begin slowly pulling the application tape back at a 180-degree angle over the graphic surface. It's not uncommon for bubbles to form between the application tape and the graphic surface. This can translate into bubbles remaining underneath the applied graphic. No worries. Simply push these bubbles out to the side with your application squeegee. There is no need to worry about removing the large tunnels or fingers in the contoured transitional areas at this point of the install. Instead, proceed to the second stripe and begin removing the application tape using the same methods you used for the first stripe. If graphic alignment is slightly off, it's okay. Adjust the graphic as needed by slowly lifting the graphic and spraying the surface with additional application fluid, so you can float the graphic back into proper alignment with the adjacent graphic and lock it down. Now it's time to begin securing the edges of the material to the vehicle surface by removing any remaining moisture from underneath the perimeter of the graphic. Locate any remaining bubbles that may contain trapped water. Either press them out to the nearest material edge with your squeegee, or poke the bubbles with an air egress tool or a safety pin, and do not use a blade, and press the moisture out through the pinhole. Apply a rag around the edge of the squeegee and gently press over the edges of the material where necessary to assist in drying up any excess moisture. No need to worry about trying to remove any tiny carbonation-sized bubbles, as these will naturally disappear after a few days when subjected to natural heat and sunlight. Once you're confident that the material is locked into place, trim away the excess material. Apply heat to the edges of the material and apply pressure with either your squeegee or your finger. With a squeegee or an Oracal wrap glove, secure the graphic edges by working your way around the perimeter of the entire stripe kit, applying heat and pressure. Great job! You've successfully completed the install. Now allow the vehicle to set up inside for at least 24 hours prior to sending it outdoors to the elements.